Hello everybody, my name is Cul Blu, and guess who has two thumbs, a keyboard, a mouse, a mic, a headphone set, and some orange pills in front of him because he hasn't cleaned up after finished eating. I did wash my hands so my keyboard won't be sticky. And forgot he was a caster. That is right guys, this guy right here, Cul Blu of course. I've been kind of getting really used to the fact that I was on break. And needless to say, for lack of better words, I've just been lazy for the past week and a half. I've pretty much been missing a whole bunch of casts, and I need to get back into casting, need to get a good schedule on that, and I need to get back in shape on my YouTube videos and also in my personal life. And by that I mean I need to start going to the gym, because not liking the way you know, my manly figure is looking right now. Not that it's horrible or anything, but yeah, I mean I could at least bother to do some crunches or pull-ups or sit-ups or push-ups or something. Jeez. It's getting bad, guys. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about my fitness. Just know that I'm gonna be posting more videos now. I promise. I'll be getting up on that. I'm also gonna be going to the gym, so I gotta get a gym schedule, and I gotta start studying for my certification test and stop watching Netflix videos all day. I'm almost done with The Office. I finished watching Continuum, which is freaking awesome, and I've started watching Star Trek, the very first original Star Trek. Like I think I'm on episode 6. Out of episodes 87 or whatever it is. So I got a long ways to go on that. But needless to say guys, I'm doing other things that I shouldn't really be doing in my leisure time, but this is technically my leisure time since I'm on break from classes. Yes, finally. But classes will start back up soon. And speaking of things that are starting back soon, this game is going to be starting up soon guys. Hello, good transition. I'll start off with this Timbersaw. Let me go ahead and do introductions. We see Zeke on him. Moving over to this Legion Commander, we see, wow, pretty cute simoleon sign, Seiko on that Legion Commander who's actually going to be playing in the jungle. Moving over to the Silencer, we see Slinky, because why the freak not, on that Silencer. On this, we see Don't Schwan, and that's like a alliance symbol right there. That's pretty funny, pretty cute. On him, and on the Suicide Lane, we see on this Lich, Axeman, because Axe plays Lich. Right guys, Axe plays Lich. Moving over to the side of the Dire on this Crystal Maiden who's placing a very offensive ward already. We see Narek with a carrot, or let's say greater than sign.
The battle begins.
On that Crystal Maiden. Moving over to this Doomburger, we see Dark Bite on him. On this Enchantress, we see RQ, because who doesn't want to rage, not quit when they play Dota. And on this Ember Spirit mid, we see twitch.tv/YSL Dota. Guys, definitely go check him out if you like his play. I will be getting some screen time because that is what I typically do when I see Twitch names and @ symbols, such as like Twitter things, even though all these might be Twitter handles that I see everywhere, but if it doesn't have the @ symbol, I don't know. But yeah, definitely go check him out. I'll give him more screen time. I'll zoom in a little bit. There you go, guys. twitch.tv/YSL Dota. He's actually taking a little bit of harassment damage from Lich already because Lich doesn't have anything to do in his lane. He's a support. And the last person to introduce on the side of the Dire is Quincy Fizzle. Quinny Fizzle on that Mirana, who actually has leap first, so no arrows gonna be flying anytime soon. But once she does get those arrows going, boy, will they probably be landing on people's face. I don't know about you guys, but okay, I typically play supports, but on my I have an alternate account that I made for item storage for a tournament that's coming up, the Google Plus Community Cup. So definitely go check it out. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be happening on January the 16th, I think. So definitely go check it out. But anyway, so I made a new account and it's a fresh account, so it's like, hey, why not just play some Dota? So I started playing Dota, and guys, I love the community and all, and you guys know, hold on, before we talk about that, we see actually Mirana taking a whole bunch of damage. Arrow does fly towards Legion Commander's face. Legion Commander trying to get some moment of courage is in there, but no moment of courage for you when you're stunned. And on top we got a lot of damage going back and forth. Actually we might be seeing Crystal Maiden go down here very soon. We got the Weaver going in, he wants to be aggressive, just one more right click and he does get it. First blood does go to the Don Schwan on that Weaver on. And the TP's instantly coming in for Crystal Maiden because she needs to get back in here to support her carry. And probably throw a healing salve on him. Yes, she does. No, the healing salve does go from Doombringer to himself. I'm not too sure if they use both. Anyway, Legion Commander does die to some neutrals, and sadly, there is a region room right here in front of her. So she would have loved to know that was there. But Mirana will take it instead.
Regeneration.
But yes, like I was saying, guys. Actually, no, I can't say it yet because we got Lich in the corner. He's actually very scary. He does go down to the Hell Bear smashes. The bear is coming, and the bear does kill him. Meanwhile, mid we see Mirana doing a whole bunch of damage to Timbersaw trying to get some armor regen up and whatnot. But it doesn't matter. He's gonna die regardless. Ember Spirit gonna be close enough to get some experience from that, and he's gonna be happy about his lane right now. So far things. I mean, the first blood went to the Radiant, yes. But the Dire are getting the better trades right now. So, I mean, if things keep going the way they're going, Mirana's going to start snowballing, Ember Spirit's going to get whatever the heck he wants, and actually we got Timbersaw taking a whole bunch of damage mid already. The good thing about Ember Spirit versus Timbersaw is that Timbersaw does regen a lot, yes, but Ember Spirit can do a whole bunch of damage right back to Timbersaw. And Timbersaw doesn't really have all that much magic damage to throw on top of Ember, and actually he does throw his final chip of damage, but it doesn't really matter. Beautiful play coming out from this Ember Spirit mid, and well, there's some nice little friendly words getting thrown out to him. But basically, guys, Ember Spirit's Flame Guard, that's what he's using to do all that damage to Timbersaw. It's deceptive because it doesn't seem like it does a lot of damage, but it's like he has a free Radiance. Like right now, his Flame Guard hits for 50 damage in an AoE. I think Radiance hits for 45 in an AoE. So he has pretty much an improved version of Radiance right now. I'm gonna check out the Radiance where it is. Okay, sorry. Radiance burns for 50, so he pretty much has a Radiance for free right. Well, not for free, for mana right now. And Timbersaw just casually ate all that damage for I don't know how freaking long, but it doesn't really matter. He's dead. He does go down, and he did get hit with a nice little Searing Change, which does do a decent amount of damage. I think it comes out to nope, don't do my numbers for me. Okay, 80 damage, whatever. And now Timbersaw is going to be caught through again. He's going to take a whole bunch of damage. Ember Spirit is going to casually back away while he feels nothing. And this middle lane, guys, I never considered it Ember Spirit versus Timber, but yeah, Ember Spirit definitely holding his own versus Timbersaw. And look, he bottled up a Hasten, so that's gonna be more burn damage coming to him, coming to a town near him. I see Ember Spirit is gonna decide to walk into the jungle. He will find himself a Legion Commander. That's gonna be easy kills he wants to go for. He will go for it. The burn damage does come through. He's gonna just casually walk by. He throws out the Flame Guard, does a whole bunch of damage to Legion Commander. Makes a mistake of auto attacking her. He should not be auto attacking her right now. He should just stand still right next to her and let her punch him a few times while she casually dies. But him punching her back is what caused those moment of courage to go through. Meanwhile, on top we got a Central World battle going on through. Weaver trying to get some damage on top of Doombringer. Doombringer trying to get some damage on top of Weaver. Weaver will be winning this engagement. No, Doombringer, no, one more right click is all he needed. He does not get it, but Enchantress will get it for him. RQ is going to be happy about that. Does so slow. Trying to get the kill on top of Axeman. Axeman has no mana, no creeps to sacrifice, and the creeps are here. The creeps are ready to sacrifice or his mana, but it doesn't really matter. He made it alive. And speaking of people who aren't going to make it alive, Ember Spirit going to make it alive in this one. Man. All I gotta say, guys, is Ember Spirit doing a really bang up job of staying alive mid, and these are very close engagements. This is like the reason why Ember Spirit is staying alive is because he's not getting right clicked enough. But really, what is Timbersaw gonna do in terms of right click? As far as I'm concerned, Timbersaw is all about throwing out the spells on top of you, and when Ember Spirit has that Flame Guard up, he's blocking an entire 300, or sorry, 500 now. He wasn't blocking a whole entire 350 before because it was level 3. But he's blocking a whole entire 500 damage. And Timbersaw, he can, yeah, his spells on low cooldown and he can spam them a little bit. But that's 200 damage for one, a potential of 100 damage for the other. I mean, really, he's not going to do enough to burn it off of him in just one go. Even if he has a tree, even if it's pure damage, because Ember Spirit's Flame Guard will block all of it. So basically before, Timbersaw would throw out a Whirling Death, that would do 200 damage, and he might get a tree, Timber Chain, so that'll block, or so that'll do 100 damage, and Ember Spirit will say, okay bro, now you need to do 50 more damage to get it off me. And by the time Timbersaw's like, well freak, I can't do anything, and he just dies. So a lot of cute things going on. I like the play I'm seeing coming up from Ember Spirit. The aggression versus a Timbersaw is really nice because you usually see people very afraid of Timbersaws. Because Timbersaw just sits there and gets free armor stacks versus you, and throws out a Whirling Death and says, "Hey, bro, what you gonna do now? Can't damage me. That's right. 15% of your damage is gone." Meanwhile, down bottom, we got a Silencer getting stunned up by Mirana. Mirana does throw out a nice little arrow, does throw a few spells just to get that last word off of her, as far as disabling her, or not disabling her, disarming her. So she won't have to fear that, but she will be fine. Silencer will be fine. Both sides is going to take the respective damage and back away. Bottles on Silencer, no bottle on Mirana because Ember Spirit doing a really good job of holding those runes. And speaking of Ember Spirit are going to do a whole bunch of damage to Timbersaw mid now. Timbersaw is going to pop himself an Infinite rune. Silencer ulti does fly through. I don't know what it's for. Oh, we got a big fight happening on top. We got Doombringer trying to get a kill on top of Weaver. Weaver does go down. Enchantress does go down to Lich, and Lich is going to try to run away, but he's getting slowed up. The crit is, there's no crit up on Doombringer, but who really needs crit when you have all this damage? And Enchantress does get a double kill because of that impetus. Why did you run, Lich? Why did you run? Doombringer ulti is up, so it will be available for the next time they want to kill Weaver. And speaking of killing things, we got Ember Spirit in a little bit of trouble. Timbersaw versus Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit does pop the flame guard, does throw out the nice little searing chains, and he will be forced to back away because a few more right clicks will end his life. And really, this is like the I never thought about this, guys. Ember Spirit versus Timbersaw. Ember Spirit is like a really good counter to Timbersaw, relatively speaking. Because Timbersaw can throw out all the Whirling Deaths he wants. He has to throw out at least 2 Whirling Deaths, which means that's a whole entire 8 seconds of him just panicking for things to come through. And actually down bottom, we got a gank going on. We got Doombringer showed up. His ulti was not used. Mirana arrow was used, and it wasn't enough. Frostbite, Nova. Nope, no Frostbite. It's just a Nova. But thankfully, Timbersaw does pick himself up a regen rune, so he will be able to burn through that Flame Guard of Ember Spirit now that he has his Chakram. Pre-level 6, he wasn't able to do it. Post-level 6 now he was able to do it. And now we got Timbersaw actually might be getting engaged upon here. Mirana arrow does fly, does go in the wrong direction, just barely skipping right on by Timbersaw's face, and Timbersaw will be able to live to fight another day. Now we got Ember Spirit coming on through. He wants to be a man. He wants to go full man mode. Does go full man mode. Lich is here with extra damage. Searing Chains does land on top of him, and he will burn to death while he's frozen as well. Timbersaw trying to do some damage to Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit saying, "Bro, I'm too manly for you." This is Ember Spirit saying, "No, bro, you too manly for me." Arrow does fly from Mirana. It does land on top of Legion Commander's back, and Legion Commander does have her duel up. She really wishes that she could use this on Crusader Maiden, but it doesn't really matter. Crusader Maiden does go down. Mirana ulti does go through as well. Doombringer, no fire is up, no flaming carpet yet. He's going to try to go for a kill on top of Silencer. I don't really know if that's a good idea. He's going to pop his Doom and try to do some damage to him, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do much because he has no points of level death. He's going to try to burn him to death, poke him a few times. That's really going to be about it. Mirana arrow does fly through and they're on the backside. Arrow does miss, and Silencer will just hide behind his tower while Lich TP's in. Ulti ready to fly. 2 people close by, and not really. He can toss his ulti if he really wants to. I don't know if it would be enough to kill him. He is going to throw it. Ember Spirit does come through, does a nice chunk of damage to the Lich, and Lich is in a little bit of trouble. Silencer ulti does fly through. Lich is going to go ahead and sacrifice a creep and going to throw his ulti. No, he's going to try to get out that Flame Guard. The Flame Guard does fly off, and there's Lich ulti flying on the back corner. Ember's been in a lot of trouble. Really needs some more HP. Doesn't get enough, and he does finally go down. The reinforcements do show up. And guys, I feel like I haven't stopped talking since I started this cast, but hey, that's what casting's all about, right? And there we go, Central replaced in lane, so now Weaver can't be as forward as he wants to be. Legion Commander ulti is up. She wants to just duel a Crystal Maiden to kill her, but Crystal Maiden is a little bit too far away. Playing a little bit too innocent right now. And guys, we got a 5-on-5 fight down bottom. 4-on-5. Ember Spirit, he's dead. RIP, but he'll be back up soon. I do like this observer here. I really kind of do wish it was here so you can see a little bit more around the jungle, but it doesn't really matter. Enchantress does get Enchantress. Legion Commander does get cut off. Doombringer gets cut off on the side. He should be going down here very soon. No denies can come through. Enchantress heal. No Enchantress heal. Doombringer does get healed up enough coming up from the orange carpet, as I like to call it. Lich going to throw the Frostbite on top of Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden now on the run. Weaver's coming on through, trying to get the right clicks in. There's a Silencer getting his nice little ability off, and Crystal Maiden does go down, does die before that Crystal Nova falls, and that's going to be it. And guys, I just realized I didn't adjust my camera. That is why things are so weird. And I can't adjust my camera yet because Ember Spirit wants to be aggressive, wants to jump on top of somebody. He does find himself a Lich. Sadly, that RNG is not on his side. He does get killed finally on top of Lich, but he will be losing his life here. Does go into a duel for Legion Commander. Legion Commander does, of course, win that duel because Ember Spirit has not that much damage yet. He did go for the Arcane Boots, which is something I like to go for. Something I like the fact that he went for. Because he wants to be aggressive with the spells, but I mean, at the end of the day, it gives him 0 damage for his Sleight of Fist. And while we finally have a moment to breathe, let me go ahead and switch my settings around a little bit. There we go. Turn these all the way down, so it'll be better. There we go. Much better. Much easier to follow things. Well, not easier, but smoother. It's much smoother. Anyway, Doombringer ulti's up. Weaver has no Lincolns, of course. Central we're getting placed by Crystal Maiden already. This looks like it's to be a dead Weaver. Doombringer ulti does fly through. Weaver going to try to get some right clicks on top of Doombringer. Not going to be enough. Weaver does go down. And speaking of things that go down, down bottom, down mid, what's going to happen? We got Timbersaw diving like a boss. He's going to get burned to death like a boss. Santra ulti does fly through. Doesn't really matter. Mirana ulti was already went through. Ember Spirit is going to march on forward. Try to get some right clicks on top of a few creeps. And Santra, it looks like he wasn't really able to do much except for get hit in the back with an arrow. Why the freak not? Because Mirana's a boss. A duel does come through to save Santra's life. But no, the second Star Storm does fall through. And there's a Lich ulti to fly through, trying to kill the Mirana during the time of the duel, but not enough damage. You must construct additional pylons is exactly what they just said. But it doesn't matter, they still got the kill, so I guess they like warped in, what was it, Mothership Core? I don't know. I don't follow part of this one, guys. It made me disappointed they broke into 3 parts. I'm sorry, I love StarCraft, but they broke into 3 parts, that made me very sad. Anyway, Lich is going to go ahead and throw a few nukes on top of Ember Spirit, try to get rid of the flame guard, not going to be enough. Lich does go down, and Ember Spirit is going to jump onto the high ground so he doesn't get caught in the low ground crossfire. See what I did there, guys? See what I did there? So by the looks of it, Legion Commander is going to go ahead and go for a, whoops, never mind, Timbersaw going to die on top. Sorry, guys. Didn't realize he was that deep, but I don't know why he was that deep. Maybe he just wanted to be so dead. But Timbersaw, Legion Commander is going to be building herself a Shadow Blade. As you can see from her build, she does have 60 less hits. Keep in mind that a lot of those are creeps in the jungle, so that's really deceptive. Timbersaw, on the other hand, he does have 51 or 52, but keep in mind he's died quite a few times. Only 5 times. At least 3 of those times were made to Ember Spirit, who has 7 kills right now. I thought that was pretty impressive. Arrow does fly from Mirana. Sounds just like, hey bro, I got the arrow, and he does go down here very soon. A lot of damage coming his way. TP support out the wazoo coming out front. Mirana's going to try to run away. She does take a last tower shot. Timbersaw wishes he had another Timber Chain. Does throw it out. Does just barely miss Mirana. Does throw his ulti. Gets a kill on top of her anyway. And now Enchantress is going to take a whole bunch of damage on the backside. Meanwhile, we got Twitch TV, twitch.tv/YSL Dota, killing people on the bottom side. And he does not go down. He just gives himself a double kill. No, he kills one person and the rest of his team rotates in. And he is going to build himself a full drum of endurance. Meanwhile, we got Doombringer down up top, and things are happening everywhere, guys. This is what I like to call... I don't know what to call it. There you go, that's what I like to call it. But Timbersaw is going for a Bloodstone. And once he has it up, as with my experience, Timbersaw just generally doesn't die. So that's going to be very interesting to see how he plays out with that, especially considering the fact that he has such a crappy laning stage.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, right. Doom died to Timbersaw because Timbersaw gets free damage on top of strength heroes. And speaking of free damage, we got some Ember Spirit trying to run away from Legion Commander. Legion Commander does got his number. She does know which ones hit with him. She's going to get some support from Silencer. The arrow does fly from Mirana. Does not get the kill in time. The damage almost going towards Ember Spirit, but Legion Commander at least not losing any damage to that. And now we got wow. We got Ember Spirit actually going down to Silencer. Really nice play coming from him. His support does come from the backside. Timbersaw is going to grapple in from far away. Mirana going to eat a whole bunch of damage. Now Ember Spirit's illusion is going to help them get the kill. And oh my gosh, talk about bounce game Dota, guys. Lich feeling like a boss right there. Courtesy of course, Ember Spirit's illusions. I'm actually really surprised Mirana didn't ulti. It was possible that it was on cooldown at the time of her death, but if she would have popped her ulti, she might have been able to make it out alive, as well as the rest of her team. So yes, the whole entire thing with the Shadow Blade up on Legion Commander. I don't know if I made the point or fully made the point, but the point I was trying to make earlier was that it's not really all that great of an idea because it's Weaver already, and they're already going to start building detection because of Weaver. So having them build detection basically because of that, they're going to have detection to block 2 things, is what I'm trying to say. They're going to be able to block the Weaver, and they're going to be able to figure out where the heck Legion Commander is when she tries to do her fancy things. Anyway, speaking of fancy things, we got a Crystal on the backside, gets a nice little frostbite on top of Ember Chain. Timbersaw. Timbersaw is going to be able to pick himself a kill. Arrow from Mirana just barely dodges Silencer. He dodges in a nice little matrix fashion. Now we got Timbersaw going full ham mode. He wants to get the kill on top of one of these guys. Does pick one, and looks like Mirana will be the other one to survive. She doesn't have a bottle, she doesn't have a magic wand, but it is on cooldown, done enough to keep her alive, and Weaver's gonna go ahead and chase in Enchantress. Enchantress juking him around the corner, taking a whole bunch of damage. Legion Commander trying to see if she can get a duel, not gonna get the duel in time, does in fact throw out a nice little overwhelming odds, just get herself a last hit. And meanwhile, Ember Spirit get himself a kill on top of, who was that? Ember Spirit got a kill on top of Silencer. With the burn coming up from that, now we got the duel going on through. Ember Spirit versus Legion Commander. Legion Commander not going to be able to win this fight while the duel's going through. Ember Spirit going to be able to juke away around the front side and do a nice little bit of juking, but it's not going to be enough. Weaver able to get the last hit on top of him because of one random right click. And now we got Weaver in a little bit of trouble. Does get doomed up, does get slapped in the face a few times. 317 gold going towards Doombringer. And guys, I feel like one of those crazy commentators in a soccer game where the ball's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and forth and back and forth and forth and back and then back and then back and then forth. Should I say that 20 times fast? Same exact way, if possible. So fight happened in mid. Lich ulti does fly through. He's going to bounce a few creeps. Chris Maiden looks like she'll be the only casualty in the whole entire thing. Actually, Doombringer a little bit far back. Chris Maiden doing a nice little juke. I don't think it was enough. But Doombringer, he will be able to make us on alive, mainly because of his Shadow Blade. And that's really about it. Sancher still in the hunt. Sancher pops himself, throws it down a sentry. Arrow from Mirana does get thrown. It does not land on Sancher, but it does land on Timbersaw, who's actually just standing there, feeling like a boss right now, because he got hit by an arrow. Sancho ulti does fly through Mirana, taking a whole bunch of damage. Really wish she had a leak right now. She will be able to make it out as one alive. And now we got Doombringer coming out the high ground, said, bro, I'm silenced, I'm disabled, but I give 0 cares right now. Ember Spirit coming on through like a full man mode. This is going to be a full chase on top of 2 people, 3 people. Duels coming up from Legion Commander. She's going to get stunned up. Not too sure why she dueled right here, but she does get the victory anyway. And Mirana does go down, but dear Jesus, guys, what was that? That's what I call chaos. That's what Dota's about, guys. Especially when you get to the higher levels. It's just like chaos, chaos everywhere, and there's no Chaos Knight. This Legion Commander did in fact win that duel. That is her second duel that she's won. I don't know if anybody else has won any duels. I'm trying to check the damage. Doesn't look like anybody else has won duels, but yeah, sounds to have a whole bunch of nice little nice little damage coming towards him, and he does go down, as they would say. And look, guys, he's stolen just as much intelligence as he has deaths. Which is actually funny because he gets 2 intelligence per death that he's like near. And there's one that he hasn't really been involved, but he just stole the intelligence anyway. According to my calculations. Right, Timbersaw gonna do a whole bunch of damage to everybody. Ember Spirit gonna throw some damage right back to him, but not really a whole bunch to throw at him. I think he just threw it out just to get that nice little whirling chains. And we got the duel does come from Crystal Maiden on top of from Legion Commander on top of Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden does win the duel. Legion Commander will not be winning that one. She does feel pretty sad about that. Ember Spirit and Crystal Maiden are both to thank for that one. But that's free damage going towards Crystal Maiden. Who does a 14 extra damage, guys? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And wow, Legion Commander 16 already? Yeah, 12. Okay. What is it? 18 damage? Yeah, 18 damage. Okay. See, I thought it was 10, 12, 14, but it's 10, 14, 18. As far as bonus damage when you win a duel from Legion Commander's ulti, as you can see right there, the bonus damage. So Shiva's Guard is actually purchased up by Doombringer already, which I'm not too terribly surprised about. I mean, there's been a lot of kills back and forth. He has the most last hits to denies. He has been eating creeps all day long. If we take a look at the net worth, I'm pretty sure he's at the top of it because he's been pretty much getting the better hand of it. And there we go, guys. Ember Spirit plus Doombringer just chilling at the top. Weaver's close behind the Ember Spirit, so he needs to be a little bit careful about that, or the whole entire team needs to be careful about that. But speaking of Ember Spirit, he's actually going to be going for his damage now. He went for regen first, just to make sure he can pop his abilities, because as far as Ember Spirit goes, his early game damage, almost all of it comes from Flame Guard. Everything else is just secondary. And then you start building up your right click damage later on, so you can actually do some damage with your Sleight of Fist. And speaking of damage with the Sleight of Fist, we got the whole entire Radiant side coming on in like full man mode. They want to go for the kill on top of somebody. Doombringer, no, his ulti does not come through. The duel does come from Legion Commander on top of Crystal Maiden. Now Legion Commander is surrounded by creeps. That's exactly what she wants to be. She gets a whole bunch of damage. Lich ulti does fly through. Not going to be enough to kill the Doombringer, who's actually invisible right now. Sentry Ward does fly through, and he's actually going to turn around, throw out the Doom, throw out the Shiva's Guard, catches 2, gets a kill on top of 1, gets a kill on top of the other, double kill like a man, and Timbersaw is forced to run away like a little timber chain boy that he is. He's going to try to juke his damage, but it's not going to be able to juke at all, because that is the dead Timbersaw. Now we got a Weaver chasing the Doombringer. Doombringer regening up a whole crap ton. Does pop himself a Shadow Blade. Does not get hit with the Sakuchi damage, and does not get hit with the arrow. He actually jukes back around the side. And I really wish he had a TP right now. Man, talk about the turnaround coming out from that Doombringer. And guys, that's why some people say like, oh man, they're chasing you. You should just turn around and fight. Doombringer said, hey bro, I'm a man. I got my ulti. I got my level of death. Let's do this. And he just done this, and they're all dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See, Mirana thought it was funny. See guys, somebody thinks I'm funny. And he also has an ice armor coming out from the one of the creeps in the jungle, which is actually pretty interesting. I've never really considered it being used. I've never thought about using it as a Doombringer or as anybody. But apparently it gives you 8 armor, which I think is on par with Lich's frost armor. Actually, no, Lich's frost armor is better, but you have to get more levels in it. And the point being, guys, that Doombringer has to get nothing and do nothing just to get that free armor. And Lich's armor, how much does it cost? Oh, it costs like 10 more mana. And it has a lower cooldown? Nope, same cooldown. Wow. That is strange. Anyway, I don't know if Doombringers works on ranged units though. I think it only works on melee units. Yeah, it only works on melee units. Anyway, we got the sounds coming on top of Enchantress. Enchantress does go down. Easy kill is easy. Timbersaw going to be able to get the kill on top of that. She was not able to run away. Not enough heal coming her way. But sprites are still healing things, and now we got the Silencer actually going down. Ember Spirit able to pick up. No, Christmas Maiden able to pick up the kill on top of that. Ember Spirit going to go in the full pursuit on top of Lich. Lich going to throw a few chunks of damage on top of Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit trying to do a little bit of dodge everybody. One more Flame Guards out here really needs to get a kill on top of another one of these guys, but it looks like the Legion Commander will be getting the duel on top of him very soon. Duel winner does go through. Legion Commander feeling really cool about that. Speaking of feeling really cool about that, Christmas Maiden getting almost a full ulti off. Not enough to kill everybody, but enough to kill Legion Commander and enough to get herself killed. So I guess enough to kill 2 people. Lols. So the real question for me is, what are these items that these guys are building? Because it's been hectic all game long. Beautiful introduction back into casting. I will say that, guys. I will admit that. But man, talk about somebody who needs water right now. I really wish I had like a bottle of water. So anyway, Lich is trying to go for that mechanism, which it will be here at probably like, I don't know, hold on, how much gold does he have? Yeah, I would say the 27-minute mark. Once he has that, because he's probably going to maybe die one more time before he actually gets the gold for it. Silencer, he has power charts, he's trying to build himself, it looks to be I don't really know what he's trying to build. A 4-staff will be really nice, but I don't think he's going to have any time soon. Doombringer might be in a little bit of trouble here very soon though. Sentry Ward is placed down in the jungle. If somebody just comes around just to give vision to that, then Doombringer will be in trouble, but it looks like he's going to back away very small. So he does know that there's too many people in this jungle for him to be here happily. Meanwhile, mid tower, almost, there we go, enough damage to get denied. These guys are going to start denying it very soon, or not. Orphan Malevolence is up on top of Enchantress, which is basically going to make her life really great. She does have a Gem of True Sight as well, and she does have Max Untouchable, which means it's going to be very difficult to kill her with right clicks. Legion Commander's not going to be happy about that. Silencer, he doesn't really care. He just kill her with spells anyway. Lich, same thing. Weaver, he's going to be sad about that too. Especially considering the fact that he is going for a Desolator. Speaking of Desolators, Ember Spirit, he does have his Desolator finished up. Other big items I see as he a Bloodstone on Timbersaw. Shiva's Guard I called out before on Doombringer, and the Orca Malevolence up on Enchantress. Mirana is trying to build herself what looks to be a Mantis out, and we got Doombringer working on a Heart. So once those items do come up, I think it'll be very difficult for the Radiant to actually fight back. And all things considered, the Radiant are doing a really good job keeping this game as close as they possibly can. Timbersaw is going to try to throw out a few spells, not really going to be able to throw enough. Silencer ulti does fly through. Timbersaw is doomed up by Doombringer. Doombringer is just trying to get close enough to just throw a few more chunks of damage, and it looks like it's going to be enough chunks of damage to throw on top of Timbersaw. Timbersaw not dying just yet, the Bloodstone way too much, and he can't pop if he really needs to, just get suicide. Doombringer eating a whole bunch of damage around the front side. He does finally go down. Timbersaw able to pick up the kill on top of that. So, ironically, now we got Ember Spirit trying to go full man mode, doing a whole bunch of damage. Lich in a lot of trouble, does get cut off. What's those Ember Spirits? Searing Chains. And Timbersaw Silencer going to get caught with the Searing Chains as well. Ember Spirit, sadly, he is silenced up. Legion Commander, she did use a duel. I don't know if she won it, but it looks, I want to say she did win it. Ember Spirit doing a really good job timing these Ember Chains as well. Searing Chains as well. Triple kill for Enchantress. She's getting kills after kill after kill after kill. Now she's getting chased by Weaver. Weaver's going to be able to do a little bit to try to kill her. He does get the kill on top of her. Finally, Gem of True Sight drops on the ground. Elephant Mana does fly through. Weaver does pick up the gem, and he's going to try to juke around with it. Ember Spirit just looking for the Weaver. Not going to be able to find him. He does have another Spirit up in a few seconds. He actually does get the kill on top of Weaver. He can pick up the gem, but I don't know if he'll be able to to make us on the live. It's like, no, he didn't pick up a gem. Timbersaw has 2 gems now. Because, guys, what's better than 1 gem? That's right, guys, 2 freaking gems. And now Ember Spirit trying to do the jukes away from Timbersaw. He is going to be able to do enough jukes. Chris Maiden is here. If they do kill the Timbersaw, it's going to be 2 gems going the way. They really do want to get this kill. Chris Maiden is going to throw out the Frostbite. Ember Spirit not really sure if he wants to be all that aggressive. He does throw a few chunks of damage. Timbersaw going to continue to run away. Does go down. 2 gems dropped on the ground. Chris Maiden has bases for both. Will she be able to make it else on a live is the big question. Will our hero survive? And she will survive. She's actually going to go back in, throw in the Frost Nova on top of Lich. And Lich is going to take a whole bunch of creep damage. Too much creep aggro for him. And there's another kill going towards Ember Spirit. Dear God, why is he still alive, guys? That's all I gotta say is, why is he still alive? And at the end of the day, after all is said and done, Ember Spirit, he had, I want to say, 400 HP at the start of all that madness. Ember Spirit was able to survive that. Chris Maiden was able to get the kill on top of Timbersaw, get 2 gems, not 1, but 2. And Ember Spirit got himself 2 kills, at least 2 kills that I saw. So some really impressive play coming up from the Dire side. Some decent play coming up on the Radiant side as well. But the fact of the matter is that Timbersaw wasn't able to survive. And now we got a Doombringer actually getting caught himself a duel for Legion Commander. Weaver does get the kill, but Legion Commander does get the damage, and that's all she cares about right now. So double gem Dota, both of them left in the base, because who needs a gem more than the Radiant? That's right, guys, the Dire. Sentry Wars is going to be the choice. Roshan is going to get done up here very soon. Weaver has his Desolator. That is a sign to go ahead and go for Roshan. And also Timbersaw has his Geometry side thing. Bloodstone. Sancho ulti does fly through. They do know that somebody's around the corner. Roshan does go down. Aegis does get picked up by the Weaver. And Enchantress does, not Enchantress, Mirana does throw out her ulti. Nice little Searing Chains. Catches 2. Arrow from Mirana does not land on top of Weaver. Just barely able to juke out of that. Now we got Ember Spirit coming up through, doing a whole bunch of damage. Dear God, so much damage going his way. Weaver going to be forced to pop his ulti just to back away. Aegis getting popped already. Now we got somebody getting chased. Lich getting chased on the front side. Meanwhile, we got Weaver trying to fight for his life on the back side. Does get frost bitten to death. And he's going to get impetus to death. And once again, the Dire just proving their dominance over the Radiant. The Radiant trying to get what they can to get working,
Radiant's
but it's not
bottom
enough.
tower is under attack.
Legion Commander, she's going to need a whole bunch more dual kills in order to keep up with this. And at the end of the day, guys, Ember Spirit, he's very scary once he gets his damage up. Like, I mean, too scary. Sleight of Fist will have a 6-second cooldown at max level, or has a 6-second cooldown. Flame Guard is technically a free Radiance. Speaking of Radiance, actually no, Doombringer doesn't have Radiance, but we got Timbersaw actually about to go down. He does go down. Bloodstone getting reduced once again. His Bloodstone charge all the way at 5. Chris Maiden is going to channel her ulti just because, why the freak not? She's freaking Chris Maiden. She wants to breakdance in the middle of a forest. Who doesn't want to do that, guys? Who hasn't thought of breakdancing in the middle of a forest? Come on. You know you want to break dance in the middle of the forest. I don't want to break dance in the middle of the forest. Except for the forest floor has to be clean and not full of pine needles. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've been stabbed by a pine needle, and it is not fun. Especially when it's like a splinter, but it's bigger, and you still can't get it down because it's like all flimsy and stuff. And anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Silencer's death, which is actually just happening. Lich is going to follow right behind him. Triple kill might be coming forward soon for Enchantress, but no, she's not going to be able to get it. The Weaver is going to be able to get the kill on top of that. Arrow from Mirana does fly through, does miss everything. And now we got Timbersaw actually getting frostbitten once again, gets himself a kill on top of Crystal Maiden. And now the Mirana ulti does fly through. Gem will once again get dropped on the ground. I don't know if that's the 3rd gem or a 2nd gem. We were able to pick up that one. Let's see, is it 2 gem Dota? No, okay, that's 1 gem coming up from the base. An arrow from Mirana does fly through, does miss. And now Mirana returns to pick up her beautiful item. And Doombringer has himself a heart. He's going to get dueled up by the Legion Commander. Not too sure if he's going to win this fight in time. Nope, not going to win in time, but he does get the kill on top of Doombringer anyway.
You should have stopped when you lost the advantage.
And like I said, Legion Commander is going to need a lot more damage coming out from those duels. Or just a lot more damage in general. By the looks of it, she's either going for a Daedalus or Desolator or a BKB, and the likely answer is a Desolator, so she can get that negative armor. But really, does she really need to get a Desolator when Weaver has a Desolator? And the answer to that question really comes down to, does she want to do more damage, or is she trying to go for the negative armor? Because if she's trying to go for the negative armor, she needs to go ahead and start building stuff for AC. Because that is a really nice item for that negative armor. It makes her more survivable versus a lot of the right-click damage coming up from Ember Spirit and Doombringer as well, and Mirana, and Enchantress to a certain extent. But the negative armor aspect is really nice to have as well. -7 armor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, -7 armor, but the 60 damage is also nice. Now Ember Spirit is in a little bit of trouble. He will be getting caught off the duel. Silencer ulti does fly through as well, so nobody's going to be able to help him out. And will Ember Spirit die in time? Yes, he will die in time. Another duel victory going towards another duel victory going towards the Legion Commander. And yes, that was a lot used to get that kill on top of Ember Spirit, but guys, to be honest, Ember Spirit is a very important target right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And there's a tower. There's a tower going down. Looks like a base race is going to be happening upon our hands. Chris Maiden trying to go for the Necro 3.
Dire's
It's going to be really nice.
Has fallen.
And Change is throwing a nice little joke. Lich ulti going to fly through, bounce on top of Chris Maiden's Necro units plus her as well. Does throw her ulti down, gets a nice little slow on top of everybody. And I'm trying to read Enchantress' comment and also commentate on the game. It's kind of weird, but yeah, cool story, bro. Enchantress is going to casually gallop on towards her jungle. They do have that second gem, so that is in their possession right now. The other gem is in somebody else's possession. That is in possession of Weaver, who is arguably the most important person to have it. Pretty much any Invis hero with a gem is really nice, because that means they can know when there's a sentry ward placed down and they can just kill it themselves, as opposed to walking around not really knowing until it's too late. So TP does come in, TP does not get cancelled, so Ember Spirit trying to run away now. He's going to be able to run away. Mirana ulti is used on top of him, so he is going to be invisible right now. Doombringer ulti does fly through. Don't forget I do have a gem too, so Ember Spirit is going to take a whole bunch of damage. Does do a nice little chunk of damage on top of everybody, but not enough. Not really enough to warrant these guys going in for a kill. And Lich Commander backs away as well. Looks like we got a chase getting thrown on top of Timbersaw. Timbersaw luckily picking himself up a Haitian. And he's also building himself a Shiva's Guard. It's going to be a nice haste, bro. I do agree. Nice haste, bro. And taking a look at the net worth, which has been up for quite a while, Weaver is at the top of that, and his items do in fact reflect that, because he has a Desolator, plus he's working on MKP, and he has a Lincoln Sphere. Really good items for him. I'm not too sure about the phase boots. I think it's a little bit of waste of money, but let's not really talk about that. We got Weaver actually getting a whole bunch of gems on Mirana. He does get the nice right click. Mirana able to juke the last one, so not enough to actually get the kill on top of her. She does throw the arrow. Arrow does land on top of something. That's a creep. And now the chase is going to continue on. Timbersaw is leading the front lines. He really has Shiva's Guard finish right now, but he does not have it finished just yet. He's going to try to do a little bit of slow down Enchantress. Enchantress is going to be a little too far away. She's going to go ahead and casually laugh for herself into her early grave, as the push will continue. Shiva's Guard purchased up by Timbersaw, and while all that's happening, Crystal Maiden just casually pushing on this top tower because why the freak not? She has her Necro level 1, she has that extra 3% aura.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And also Doombringer doing a nice little push of his own. So middle tier 3 racks for some outer towers plus a lot of damage on top of the tier 3s. I think it's definitely worth it. It's not the best of trades in the world, of course, but it's still worth it. Here we are. Silencer going to go toe to toe with the Enchantress. Enchantress should have threw that Silencer a long time ago, but she does eat a nice little Lich ulti to the face, and Silencer's going to eat a nice arrow to the face. He does go down here very soon. Timbersaw trying to do what he can to save his ally. His ally's not going to be able to be savable. And so many creeps pushing on his bottom tower. All the creeps that are pushing on top tower, they are dead, of course. And now Enchantress. The Legion Commander going to walk by an Observer Orb. And someone's getting chased in the jungle. That's a Timbersaw. And his Bloodstone is getting reduced to 4. Man, that's not what you want to have happen. But at the end of the day, guys, I do agree with a comment that somebody made a long time ago, or I don't know, somebody made it once. So basically, like I was saying, go Bloodstone and you die alive. It's not worth it. And they were saying, no, a Bloodstone on this person is always worth it. I don't know if it was Timbersaw, or maybe it was Necrolite, or Witch Doctor, I don't know, Lashrak, I think it was Lashrak. But basically what they were saying is that the regen that you get from Bloodstone, minus all the extra charges or extra regen that you get from having charges, I mean, it's still a worthwhile item because it makes you tanky, relatively speaking. It gives you a lot of regen, it gives you a lot of health, it gives you a lot of mana, which I do agree with. So Timbersaw, having 4 Bloodstone charges is not the end of the world yet.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But if it does keep up, it will be in the world. Anyway, Legion Commander going to casually taking 900 or something damage coming out from Ember Spirit's one little sleight of fist. And now we got the Silence ult again thrown out on the ground. Who's going to be going down is a big question. Doombringer taking a whole bunch of damage, but he's going to be able to back away in time. His armor able to keep him alive. The heal comes out from Mirana. Comes out from Enchantress. And the chase does come from the Radiant, so these guys do want to fight this. Mirana ulti does fly through. These guys will be turning the fight. The fight will be happening. Enchantress does throw a nice little impetus. Does not do enough damage, but Doombringer does go down with enough damage. Ember Spirit trying to do what he can to keep these guys down. And there's a beautiful, beautiful Chris Maiden ulti getting thrown out. It looks like she will be the... No, Doombringer... Not Doombringer. Legion Commander was the winner, and Enchantress was able to pick up the kill on top of... I don't know, guys. I got confused. A nice little searing chains getting thrown on top of 2 people. Lich is in a little bit of trouble. Mirana not able to do enough damage. She's getting slowed up. She is forced to throw an arrow. I don't know if Weaver has a Scotty or what, but looks like her attack speed was slowed a lot. I think it was a Frost Blast, yeah. Might have been a Frost Blast. And now Ember Spirit is going to casually sit still while he runs away. Oh. He's going to pop himself a spell. And I don't know if he throws the Ember Spirit if he'll keep him alive, but he's going to pop a drum charge and try to run away from Weaver. Weaver's going to be able to get the right click necessary, and there's a kill going towards Weaver, and that's the whole entire dire side wiped out off the map, guys. 99 seconds of death timer for Ember Spirit. That must mean he bought back. No, he's level 25, huh? I don't know, did he buy back? I don't know if he bought back. Apparently he did buy back a little while ago, so that might have been his first death since. But I think when you're level 25, the death timer is still 99 seconds, or maybe it's 90 seconds. Don't really know. But nonetheless, guys, Roshan's going to be getting done once a freaking again. Weaver, he does have the space available for it. He can transfer that gem to somebody else like a Timbersaw, or they can give the Aegis 2 silencer if they really want to. But my real question is what are they going to do with the next team fight? Because whoever wins the next fight is going to win the game. It's pretty much at that point. I mean, buybacks, yeah, buybacks are going to change the way the Radiant can push into the base of the Dire, sure. But even with those buybacks, I mean, even if you just won one next team fight, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty much a done deal. On the middle racks, they're essentially even. If you want to put that, I mean, the Raxes are alive on one side and the Raxes are gone on the other side, so I guess it's technically not even. On this side, as far as outer towers go, we have the top outer tower for the Dire is still up, but as far as all the other towers, they look pretty healthy. The Radiant's outer or tier 3 towers, they have taken damage on both sides. Looks like the top one's taking more damage than the bottom one. But for the most part, breaking those tier 3 towers looks like it's going to be a difficulty for the Dire, because this is their third time, or that was their third time trying to break those racks, and they were finally able to get that tier 3 tower. So I don't know if it really means that the Radiant have a really good turtling team, or maybe it's hard to push into the Radiant, especially when you have a Silencer ult, a Lich ult, and you also have Timbersaw doing whatever the heck he wants. So all in all, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense, guys. And boom, there goes the pause. And while we have this pause, let's take a look at the rest of the items, because we got Enchantress working on something beautiful. That is right, guys. She's working on a heart. So Enchantress with the heart. All she needs now is just armor, and that pretty much makes her a crazy thing, a female dog to kill. I'm not going to say the word. But it's going to make it hell to kill that Enchantress, because, I mean, she's going to have a lot of HP. You're going to get your attack speed reduced by 120. And you can't do anything about it. You're just going to have to sit there and casually throw out right clicks to kill her. So unless you have some big spells like a Lich Frost Blast or a Lich ulti, plus, or maybe a Silence Blast Word and Glaives as well, it's going to take a while to kill her. So anyway, Weaver does throw some nice little beetles, does catch up a few people, and they do scatter it out. Looks like the Radiant do want to fight this Timbersaw, gonna go ahead and kill all the trees while he can, just make sure there's nobody hiding. Silencer does throw his ulti, Mirana arrow does fly, for some reason, I think it flew before the ulti came through. Mirana does get eaten alive, coming out from that, coming from Lich Commander, so much damage going her way. She doesn't kill out the Searing Chains, really needs BKBs on both sides, mainly the side of the Radiant. Because there's so much CC on one side of the Dire. Now we got Lich ulti bouncing around doing a whole bunch of damage. Timbersaw is doomed up. He's gonna go ahead and stand still because he's getting caught with the nice little searing arrows, and he's gonna stand right next to the Enchantress. While Enchantress just casually does nothing. Timbersaw does get the Aegis burned off of him. Ember Spirit trying to get the kill on top of Silencer. Silencer will be going down. No, he will not be going down. Ember Spirit not gonna have enough damage to actually burn him down. He's gonna be running away while he can. He does have his ulti up. No, his ulti's on cooldown right now. Really wish he had a spirit left. No spirit left for him. And he does go down, and once again the Dire are getting wiped off the map, and another gem dropped on the ground. The Curry's going to be coming forward to pick that up, or not. Looks like Timbersaw's going to take that on himself, and hey, look, he's fully healed up because he had Aegis. So Timbersaw definitely a good choice for that Aegis carry, or to carry that Aegis. Because you guys are going to go ahead and work on this bottom set of towers because the creeps are officially in base. Buyback does come from Ember Spirit. Buyback comes from Enchantress as well. No buyback just yet from Doombringer because he has 20 seconds left. He says, hey bro, it's more than enough time. Weaver's going to go ahead and start running away because he doesn't want to get caught inside anything. Searing Chains did come through. And now these guys will be forced to kill all his creeps and get no gold for it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And oh look, another haste ring. Just dead bodies everywhere. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the gold graph. Dear God, guys, look at that. The gold graph is essentially 0. That is not something you see often when it's pretty much exactly on the dot, 0. What that basically means is that the Radiant, they've been struggling quite a bit versus the Dire. The Dire have had a pretty comfortable lead as far as the gold goes, but all of a sudden it just shot back up towards the Radiant. That all has to do with all these team wipes that they've been getting. Like, I think this is one team wipe down here in this general area, and this is another team wipe in this general area. So those two team wipes have been what have balanced the gold graph right back out. Especially considering the fact that the Dire have had such a great early game. Like all the early game kills going towards the Dire up here, and all of these kills going towards the late game towards the Radiant. Of course, you're worth a lot more later in the game when you're higher levels, and if there's a higher discrepancy, yeah, you're worth even more. But still, all that said, guys, all that said, there's a lot of gold going the way. Sorry, that's a lot of change in the gold graph going the way of the Radiant. In order to get it back to 0. And what that to me pretty much means is that this is going to be pretty much an even game right now. It's pretty much like where the score is essentially back at 0-0. Both sides essentially have equivalent towers. The only difference is that the Raxes are down the middle for the Dire, and they really desperately need to kill these these Raxes in mid. Ember Spirit doing a nice little chunk of damage to everybody while he does his little sleight of fist because one of the freaking out. Enchantress is going to come forward with Enchantress. Crystal Maiden going to go ahead and throw forward her spirits. Lich ulti does fly through, does bounce on top of 1, does bounce on top of 2. Doombringer's going to eat the lion's share of that damage, does get a kill on top of Timbersaw. Timbersaw does buy back because he needs to defend. Doombringer does get 4 staff out, so he won't die.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like that'll be the end of the push, and looks like the Dire are once again on the back foot. They're going to start running away. Ember Spirit is dead. He did buy back before. So that means his counter is going to be a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot of it behind. So what a mechanically demanding hero. False. I don't know who who's referring to. But AC's up on Legion Commander. So that means she's going to be really survivable now because all the strength that she has built up, of course, and all her damage is going to be amplified even more. She's hitting for a casual 207, sorry, not 277. She's hitting for 133 base damage and also an additional 279 bonus damage. 170 of that coming from her dual victory. So she's going to be able to just tear apart anybody. Look, this is just casual kill Crystal Maiden. No crits needed. No crits necessary. Doombringer says, hey bro, I got armor. I got some nice little HP, but it's not going to be enough. Enchantress, Mirana, Illusion going to do a whole bunch of damage to this Legion Commander. Legion Commander going to back away. And once again, the whole entire Dark Side getting wiped off the map. And guys, this is looking like GG, and GGs do get caught up. And that looks like they'll be in the game.
Dire's
So
bottom
really what all
tower
this
has
boiled down
fallen.
to is just
Dire's
Timbersaw
bottom
being
barracks
survivable
has
enough to
fallen.
just take all the damage. Like I said, he had a very crappy start, yes, but he was able to stay alive long enough
Dire's middle tower
to
has
become
fallen.
such a burden
Dire's
on the side of the
middle
Dire
tower
that
is
they
under
had to just
attack.
worry about him too much, and now Weaver
Dire's
is able to just
structures
snowball out of
are
control.
fortified.
Sans is able to get his ults off, he has some really good
Dire's
ultis,
middle
yes.
tower has
Legion
fallen.
Commander able to get all the farm that she wanted and got all the
Dire's
bonus
Ancient
damage
is
coming
under
out from those
attack.
duels, and boom goes the
Radiant
Ancient.
victory.
That was a pretty exciting game to see, I will say that. I was impressed by the Ember Spirit play. I'm not going to knock that. That was a really good play coming out from him. As far as everybody else goes, Doombringer did a good job. Everybody did a good job. It was just came down to one of those things where like the fights just weren't in favor of the Dire. They got wiped at the wrong times. And look guys, see, this is what I like to point out. The kill counter means absolutely squat. It's about defending that Ancient. If you can't defend that Ancient, it don't matter how many kills you got. The score is 53-65 and the whole entire Dire side still lost. Boom. Anyway, my name is Cul Blu. As bless you guys, this is random podcast number 77 if I'm not mistaken. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys whenever.